Serie A, of course, as we enter matchday number 19. Internazionale is still tip at the top of the table, but can they be caught? We're going to take a little look next. That's right, folks. Perhaps again, a prediction video today. We'll take a look at match number 19. That's right, over in Serie A. And we'll get to that in just 1 second. If you're new, where you've been, smash your subscribe button back at the all things Serie A related, blah, blah, blah related, world football related, all here, boys and girls, under one rooski. That's right, just 2 points separating first from second over in Italy. And of course, the chasing pack still got a bit of an argument to say about who's going to go where over in Italy. We'll get into it all of it in a second. Of course, big shout out to my VIPs. They are, of course, their patrons. You know who you are. And again, if you're new, make sure you bang the subscribe. Whopping 78, something like that, % are not subscribed. Now, before we jump into this, I am back here in, of course, real background and everything like that, but we are still going to come at you with a bit of a basic prediction show today. No updates with the Super League. I've got so much going on, work-wise, professional-wise, so I haven't got too much time to throw these videos. I've got a lot of videos to do, so no recap of the Super Brew just yet. Give me another week or so, and then we'll be back for a bit of a long haul. So anyway, let's take a look at what's going on over in Italy. Hopefully this is right. There we go. Yeah, this is the recap of the last results again. I think I missed it. I think I did miss these last games. So pretty much back to big picture quick. My Super Brew adventure is over across the leagues, of course, but we'll keep on keeping it live for you guys. We'll still have it there. So make sure you just keep on getting your predictions, see who is the top predictor. But I am out of the reckoning because I've been very, very, very hard to keep up with a lot of stuff when you're on vacation with a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes. Anyway, enough jibber jabber. Of course, Fiorentina, big 1-0 winners over Torino's. Napoli with a 0-0 draw against Monza. Genoa, 1-1 draw against Internazionale. Lazio, 3-1 winners over Frosinone. Atalanta, 1-0 winners over Lecce. We got to Cagliari 0, Empoli 0, Udinese 3, Bologna 0, Hellas Verona 0, Salernitana did the 1 big win for them. Milan 1, Sassuolo 0, and Juventus 1-0 winners over Roma. That's, of course, the state of play over in, of course, the last week of games. But what about the situation currently in the table? Let's have a quick look at it then, shall we? Here we go. Recap of the table. There it is in all its glory. Internazionale 2 points clear over Juventus. Milan are in, of course, third place with Fiorentina up to fourth. Wow. Bologna still hanging on in fifth. Going down, Salernitana, Empoli and Cagliari. That's the situation in the league, of course. But that could all change this week as we get forward to the next round of games. And what are those? Well, they are right here, right now. So, again, get your Super Brews ready. Link should be in the video down below. If not, shout at me in the comments and we'll get going. So here are my take. I've got the data back for this week only. Next week might be a little bit rough because I'm going to be on the road once again. But anyway, Bologna up against Genoa coming at you on Friday the 5th of Jan. Not long to get to this game, so make sure you get in there nice and early with your pickaroos. They played 28 times since 2006. We've got 10 wins apiece and 8 draws. Biggest win for Bologna, 2-0 win. They got 28 goals in those 28 games, 1 goal a game on average. Genoa, though, 3-0 win, their biggest, scoring 32 goals in 28 matches, 1.14 goals a game on average. Genoa, of course, unbeaten in the last 3, 42% form for them over the last 6. They are 13th with 20 points on the board, up against the Bologna side, who are riding high in 5th under Thiago Motta, 31 points on the board. Just 1 defeat, though, in the last 6. That was their last game. They come into this on the back of what we're looking at, a 2-2 draw last time around, of course, over in Bologna, Renato D'Alia. That was back in September 2021. Of course, Bologna looking forward to getting back to winning ways after their 3-0 loss to Udinese. Genoa with that 1-1 draw gets into the odds here. 21-20 for the hosts here. 2-1 is the draw. And of course, 10-3 is your away win. And that is Genoa. Do you know what I mean? Going to go with a home win here. Bologna continuing where they left off, or continuing to get back to winning ways. 2-0 win for them on this one. Internazionale up against Verona coming at you on Saturday, January the 6th. Of course, at the Giuseppe Meazza, played each other 25 times since 1996. We've got 21 wins for Inter. We've got 0 wins for Verona. And we've got 4 draws. Of course, biggest win for Inter was a 6-0 win. They got 59 goals in 25 matches, 2.36 goals a game on average. Verona, though, haven't got a win yet over the last 25. That's a whopping stat. 17 goals scored, though, 0.68 goals a game on average. Verona, 17th for the table with 14 points on the board, 42% form for them over the last 6. That's just 1 win in that last 6. Meanwhile, Inter also just a couple of wins, 2 wins in the last 6. Actually, 2 wins in the last 5. Sorry, 6-7% form for them over the last 6. They are first with 45 points on the board at the moment. Last round, they're over at the Giuseppe Meazza. It was just a 1-0 win for Inter back in January 2023. But the odds right here, right now, we're looking at 11-2 on Inter, red hot favourites. Of course, 7-1 is the tie. 11-1 is your away win, of course. Verona ain't going to touch this one, are they? 3-0 win, comfortably done. Inter continuing. Woo, where they left off. Oh my gosh, it's absolutely... See, that's why I don't like this setup. It's too easy for you to see the next one. Frosinone up against Monza. All those quick reaction guys out there would have caught my scoreline, but I'll tell you about it anyway. They each other 6 times in 2019. 1 win for Frosinone, 3 for Monza. And we've got 2 draws, of course. They're the biggest win for Frosinone. In fact, their only win was a 4-1 win. They got 12 goals in 6 games, 2 goals a game on average. Meanwhile, Monza, 3 wins, of course. 2-0 win was the biggest. 13 goals scored in those 6 games, 2.17 goals a game on average. Monza, though, 33% form for them right now, just 1 win in the last 6. They are 11th with 22 points on the board, up against the Frosinone, who are 14th with 19 points, also just 1 win in the last 6, but they're on 25% form. Of course, last time around over at the Stadio Benito Streppe, it was a 4-1 win. And that big victory for Frosinone back in April 2022, that was in Serie B. But the odds for this one, we have 13-8 is your host, 23-10 is the draw. Luna's back in the house, and 70-10 is, of course, your away win here. We're going with a draw here, board draw. Frosinone not really adding to their win tally against Monza. Meanwhile, Lecce taking on Cagliari, also on Saturday, January the 6th. Hello, Luna, baby. My Luna, baby. Luna, baby. What you doing? What you doing? What you doing? She's rapping over there. She's still sick, bless her. She's always going to be sick. But anyway, 18 times they played each other since 1994. 5 wins for Lecce, 6 wins for Cagliari, and 7 draws, of course. 3-0 win, the biggest for Lecce. 23 goals scored in those 18 games, 1.28 goals a game on average. Meanwhile, Cagliari, 2-0 win, their biggest. 23 goals scored also in those 18 games, 1.28 goals a game heading into this one. Cagliari, though, 25% form for them right now, just 1 win in 6. Of course, 18th at the table, 14 points on the board. Up against the Lecce side, 42% form for them. They are 12th with 20 points on the board, just 1 win in 6 as well. But moving forward, last time around though, at Lecce at the Via del Mare, it was a 2-2 draw back in November 2019, of course. But the odds right here, right now, Lecce 6-5 for the victory, 23-10 is the draw, 25 is your away win. That's Cagliari. We're going to go with the wayside here. Cagliari, of course, under Ranieri, hoping to get him back into another winning ways and maybe save them from the drop. We'll see about that. Kicking off forward though, we do have Sassuolo against Fiorentina, also on Saturday, January the 6th. Played each other 20 times in 2013. 6 wins for Sassuolo, 8 wins for Fiorentina, and we got 6 draws, of course. Biggest win for the hosts, 3-1 win. They got 29 goals in 20 games, 1.45 goals a game on average. Meanwhile, Fiorentina, of course, 3-0 win was their biggest. 34 goals scored in 20 games, 1.70 goals a game on average. They're unbeaten in the last 6. They have their form team right now, form for the table, 33 points on the board, 83% form right now. Up against the Sassuolo side without a win in the last 6, 5 defeats of the last 6, 60 for the table, 16 points on the board, just 8% form for them. Last time around, though, over at Sassuolo, it was a 3-1 win for Fiorentina back in June 2023. The odds here, we look at 11-5 as your host, 5-2 is the draw, 6-5 is your away win. Going to go with a 2-0 win for Fiorentina, who look good right now. And, of course, they're going to be a force to be reckoned with for those Champions League spots. Empoli against Milan coming at you on Sunday, this January the 7th, of course. Played each other 26 times in 1987. 3 wins for Empoli, 15 wins for Milan. And we've got 8 draws, of course. Biggest win for the hosts, 2-1 win. They got 21 goals in 26 matches, 0.81 goals a game heading into this one. Milan, though, 4-0 win, their biggest. 48 goals scored in 26 matches, 1.85 goals a game right now. They are on 75% form. Milan, third in the table, 36 points on the board, just 1 defeat past 6 up against the Empoli side without a win in their last 6. They are 19th with 13 points on the board as well. Last round over in Carlo Castagni, it was a 3-1 win for Milan back in October 2022. The odds so for this one, we're looking at Empoli 17-4 for the victory, 14-5 is the draw, 6-4 on is of course Milan. They'll win this one. 3-1 win on the road, points in the bag, and maybe making a late push for the top 2. Torino up against Napoli, of course, coming at you on Sunday, January the 7th at the Stadio Olimpico. Played each other 36 times in 1983, 5 wins for Torino, 18 wins for Napoli, 13 draws, of course. Biggest win for the hosts, just the 1-0 win. They've got 33 goals in 36 games, 0.92 goals a game on average. Napoli, though, biggest win for them, 5-0 win. They've got 60 goals in 36 matches, 1.67 goals a game on average. Without a win, though, in 3 for Napoli. They are 8th in the table with 28 points on the board. Up against the Torino side, who are 10th, 50% form for them right now, 1-2 lost to and drawn to over the last 6. Last time round at the Stadio Olimpico, it was a 4-0 win for Napoli. Napoli were unbeaten against Torino over the last 6, 5 wins on the spin, looking A-OK in the form form book, but 90-10 in the bookies, 29-20 is your away win, and 23-10 is the draw. I think I'm going with a bit of a surprise here. Going to back Torino with a point here, point in the bag against the Napoli side, who are wobbling. The champions will not be champions in 2024, it looks like. Kicking off forward, though, is Udinese, it's Lazio, it's coming at you also on Sunday, January the 7th. Played to the 60 times, 13 wins for Udinese, 33 wins for Lazio, 14 draws, of course. Biggest win for the host, 3-0 win. They got 70 goals in 60 games, 1.17 goals a game on average. Lazio under Sarri, 5-0 win, the biggest, 109 goals scored in 60 games, 1.82 goals a game heading into this as well. 58% form for Lazio, back-to-back wins for them. They are 9th with 27 points on the board. Up against the Udinese side, 42% form for them, just one defeat the past 5, 50th at the table with 17 points on the board, of course. Coming at you, though, last round over at the Stadio Friuli, it was a 1-0 win for Lazio, who are unbeaten against Udinese over the last 6, 3 wins and 3 draws over the last 6 games. Of course, the odds here, 12-5 is your Udinese, 5-4 is your away win, 11-5 is, of course, the draw. We're going to go with a 2-1 win for Lazio, and I'm making another push for those European spots. Salernitana against Juve, that's coming at you also on Sunday. Played each other 6 times in 1998. 1 win for Salernitana, 4 for Juventus, and 1 draw. Of course, the biggest win, the only win for Salernitana was a 1-0 win. They got 3 goals in those 6 games, 0.50 goals a game on average. Meanwhile, Juve, 3-0 win, the biggest, got 12 goals in those 6 games, 2 goals a game on average. They're on 83% form for them right now. Juventus unbeaten in at least the last 6 games. They are second with 43 points on the board. Up against Salernitana side, back-to-back games without a loss, 42% form for them. And of course, they are 20th, rock bottom right now, 12 points with Inzaghi at the helm. Last round over at the Stadio Arechi, it was a 3-0 win for Juventus, who are unbeaten against Salernitana over the last 4, 3 wins and just 1 draw. Coming at you, though, the odds for this one: Salernitana 30-2 for the victory, 20-9 on is your Juve, 10-3 is your draw. It's going to be an away win comfortably, 3-0 win for them, and of course making another push for the top spot. Then it is wrapping up is Roma, it's Atalanta, it's coming at you at the Stadio Olimpico over in Roma. Played each other 49 times in 1993, 24 wins for Roma, 60 wins for Atalanta, and 9 draws. Of course, biggest win for the host, 4-0 win. They got 78 goals in 49 games, 1.59 goals a game on average. Atalanta, 4-1 win, the biggest, 65 goals scored in 49 games, 1.33 goals a game on average. Atalanta winning 5 of the last 6. Yeah, of course, 83% form for them. They are 6th in the table, 29 points on the board. Up against the Roma side, 58% form for them right now, winning 3 of the last 6. 7th in the table and 28 points on the board right now. Just 1 point separate the two sides. Last time around, though, over in Rome, it was a 1-0 win for Atalanta, who did the double over Roma last season. The odds, though, for this one, we're looking at Roma, 7-5 for the victory, 23-10 is the draw, 2-1 is your away win, which, of course, is Atalanta on this. Going to go with, going to go back my Mourinho here. 3-1 win in the end, and that will complete my packs, guys, of course. Now, if I'm right, of course, the table will look something along these lines. It may or may not be looking like this. You never know what goes on over in the footballing world if they sneak a game in along the way. But anyway, it'll be Juventus, Milan, and then, of course, Fiorentina, and then going down Verona, Empoli, and Salernitana. That's my picks, guys. Again, please apologise for the current state of affairs with the setup. We are all over the place. Just got back from England now, heading back up the road to Pennsylvania. So a lot of driving, a lot of travelling. But I've got to keep the videos coming. So they're going to come at you in all shapes and sizes. But until then, guys, I'll see you soon for the next one.